What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Blueclouds Media. Football Minutes Live, brought to you by Blueclouds Media. I'm the host for the show. My name is Nate Zion, with my co-host Stephen G is right there waiting for the show to kick off. And the show has kicked off already, but yeah, we have a lot to talk about. And today we'll be getting into the part 2 of the shocking sacking of Mauricio Pochettino. Was it really a shocking sacking of Mauricio Pochettino? And how are the fans taking this? Some people are seeing it to be very, very, mean from the manager, and they feel like the manager should have, getting, or should have had an extended year or another more year at Chelsea Football Club. I don't know what you think of it, because there's a lot to get. There's a lot that we can look into and see if Mauricio Pochettino really deserved to be at the football club. Because if indeed he deserved to be there, we know when Chelsea started, beginning of the season, and how we ended. So we can all look into it and see where it was coming from. What was there certain tasks for Mauricio Pochettino to fulfill to be able to get that extended year that he was looking for? And did Mauricio Pochettino, agree to the terms of these owners? These are things that we're going to reveal, and why Mauricio Pochettino was being sacked. It's termed as mutual understanding, but to me it is a sack, because if you're an employee of an organization and you cannot meet the standard of that organization, definitely the owners of that organization will part way with you, which is what we're seeing now at this moment in time. But there is a lot of questions also that I'm going to ask. I want us to sit down and look into it very, very carefully. Were you surprised by Mauricio Pochettino's departure? Why? If you are surprised, why? If you're not, let me know in the comment section below. And why do you think that Chelsea manager really need an additional year at the football club? What does this mean for Chelsea's ambition in the upcoming season? Also, we can talk about the summer transfer window. With this impact Chelsea's summer transfer window? We'll also look into that as the stream go forward. So, guys, this is what we have on the show for you and to talk about and to discuss on the platform. So, hang in there, do not go anywhere. As I did talk to Stephen G, is waiting for his turn. He has a lot to talk about on this specific content. So, yes, we'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back, folks. Welcome back to another edition of Mauricio Pochettino sacked. Yes, the part 2 of it. Yesterday we were live with we were live when the news broke out. So yesterday we were able to reveal everything, the nitty gritty of Mauricio Pochettino leaving the football club, or Chelsea sacking Mauricio Pochettino, or whichever way you want to take it, mutual understanding, agreement, whichever way you frame it to look to sound nice in your ears. So yes, there's the departure. Mauricio Pochettino have left the football club, but why did he leave? What was the main reason why Poch left the football club? And that is why we have today's show. We will be looking into it, why Mauricio Pochettino left the football club. So big up to everyone that is joining us on the show today. Maya, where have you been? But I miss you a lot. Maya, Todd Lieberman, big brother. Yes, my Forest brother is in the building. And Todd, I hope you're doing very well yourself. But before I get into the comments, let me, welcome my co-host, Stephen G. Stephen, I hope you're doing well, sir. And what's the latest on Chelsea?
Yeah, I'm doing good, doing good. Hopefully everyone in the chat's doing well. And I'm just done with the media. That's what's happening today. I'm done with the media, just chucking names out there for fun.
Yeah, absolutely, Stephen. Today's stream, we're about to review the main reason why Mauricio Pochettino was being sacked from the football club. But before we get into it, the business parts of today's stream, let me acknowledge our friends and viewers who are watching live on X and also watching us live on YouTube. We want to thank you all for making the point to be part of today's show. And do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you're first time watching us, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And also, you can drop a like on the video. The reason why we always say this once in a while is the more likes you drop on the video, it tells YouTube algorithm that yes, people are very interested in the channel and they like the topic that is being discussed on this platform each and every day. That also, when that is done, the algorithm recommend the channel to a lot of people who have never seen this platform before, who don't know anything about this platform. That is how we get noticed on the YouTube platform. So it's always nice to see y'all coming back and liking the channel and the view and the content that we have on the show as usual. So thank you all for coming in today. Todd Liver said hi and how are you doing, Nee? I'm doing wonderful today. Nottingham Forest won. It says one. I think one was really happy about he won, and that was something that he was really happy about. Big up to you, Nee, and the chat, and Stephen G himself. There was no Stephen there, but I'm adding Stephen to it. Big up to you, Maya. Hope you're doing well yourself. Big up to Todd. Hope all is well. Maya, I'm hanging in there as it is. I think they need to give Poch more time, according to Maya. Maya, I'll explain to you why Poch did not need time at Chelsea Football Club. It's not going to make much of a difference. As the stream go on, you're going to hear what I'm going to say. And I want to know your view on that and why Mauricio Pochettino did not need much more time at Chelsea Football Club. I'm not surprised that Poch got fired. I'm surprised that they failed to give him time. He got top six and Europe football, according to him. But I'll tell you why they sack him. I think that Poch guy deserve more time. They were playing better lately, especially with Palmer. Kept him in the game, according to Todd. He says, "Hi, Steven. Big up to you, Steven, coming from Maya. Maya said Poch was going to be the guy to give as top four, but I'm worried about the replacement." Okay, I know you guys all feel that these current owners, not all of you, but a lot of the fan base feel that these current owners have not dealt well with, or they've been mean, or they haven't taken it easy on Mauricio Pochettino. But if you think that way, I'll say you are wrong, one way or the other. You are wrong because every institution, every organization have their tax and have their model and have their philosophy on how they're moving the organization or moving the company. Mauricio Pochettino was given a few tasks to be able to accomplish, and they couldn't accomplish. One, you can look at the course of the game. in the season, certain games that we play where you yourself, Maya, a lot of you that have been watching Chelsea game, Chelsea season, big up to you, Chelsea season, my man in there. I forgot to acknowledge you, Chelsea season. Big up to you. You have watched certain games and you believe that there's no way Chelsea should lose this game, or there's no way Chelsea should draw a game against Burnley at Stamford Bridge or Burnley, wherever you play Burnley. There's no way with the crop of players and talent that Chelsea had on the pitch. There's no way Chelsea should draw a game of that magnitude. So one of the reasons, and also one of the tags was Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino was given a task to qualify Chelsea to Champions League and make top four, which wasn't done. It made Europe, but it wasn't. Europa League was not the target. Wasn't the target for Mauricio Pochettino. The target was for him to make top four. And also in the course of the season, there was an option to bring in a set piece manager because Chelsea were conceding too many goals through set pieces and some other options where Chelsea was conceding goals. So the option was there for a set piece manager to come in to help Mauricio Pochettino, and he denied that. He said he didn't want it. So I don't know where you also stand on that. And at the end of the day, where was Mauricio Pochettino from beginning of the season? Why didn't you? Were you able to fix the problem until you wait? You waited until 5 to 6 games to go before you started performing very well. So this is my take, a little bit of what I think that why Mauricio Pochettino deserved to be sacked. And to be honest with you, I think that the owners have been more soft on this manager because if it was under Abramovich era, Mauricio Pochettino would not even be at the football club in the middle of the season because it got to a point that things were very very bad that Mauricio Pochettino deserved a sack, and we were even thinking maybe another manager could come in and take over Mauricio Pochettino's job until the season come to an end. But I stood firmly. I was behind him, supporting him. So now Stephen Ten to come in. Stephen G, where are we with the sacking of Mauricio Pochettino? Would you say that it was fair to let him go part way with Mauricio Pochettino, or would you say that the owners were being too harsh on the manager and he deserved another term at the football club?
I think we should have kept him. I mean, I said this the other day. You look at the market for managers; it's not exactly great. You're not exactly getting an upgrade, which was always my thing. If you get rid of him, you've got to make sure you're getting an upgrade, and there's no guarantee we are. If anything, we're downgrading by the names that I've seen. At least that's my opinion, is that we'll be downgrading. And that's not the way to go. Look, I don't care for McKenna. I don't care for um, Maresca or
Giuseppe.
whatever the heck his name is from Leicester. I don't care that Maresca was an assistant of Pep Guardiola and that he won the Premier League too when he had Lavia and he had Palmer. I don't care for that. That's not important to me. I need someone who's done it in a top league, yeah, and proven themselves. These names, for most part, pretty poor. And I'm hoping that we'll get a surprise name out of nowhere that ends up being the manager. Personally, I'm still thinking we're going to end up with Amarim, or at least hoping we're going to end up with Amarim. But yeah, I'm not happy. I'll be honest. I said this the other day when we were streaming yesterday when the news came out. I'm not happy at all because at the end of the day, you had your chance to sack him when we were doing poor November, December. You didn't take it. You got to the end of the season. In fact, you had the chance to sack him around about the time of the Aston Villa FA Cup replay and all that. You had the time then to sack him. You didn't do it then. You had more than one time where you could have sacked him and chose not to do it.
Would you give that credit
So
to the owners by giving him more time to reset himself and get top four? Because they were trying to give him time.
I think it's stupid from the sporting directors. The sporting directors had the chance to sack him. They didn't take their chance to sack him.
And that's what I'm saying. Do you
If you
think
were
that
going
they
to
were
sack him,
trying
the
to be
time to sack him
nice?
was when we were performing poorly, and we didn't do that.
And Steven, my question is, do you think that they were trying to be nice and give this manager a chance to be able to reset himself and get the boys playing football and start winning games to be able to get top four? And if things doesn't happen, and fire him at the end of the season. Do you think that they were too harsh, or they were being generous to, or being too nice to Mauricio Pochettino by giving him that length of a period when things were not going well with him and his boys?
No, I think it's incompetent from the sporting directors. At the end of the day, yeah, they sacked Graham Potter last year around about what, February, when we weren't doing well. You had the chance in November, December, and then in about February again to sack Pochettino, and you didn't take it. And now, when things look like they might be starting to click, things might be starting to move in the right direction, now you decide to sack him.
I mean, you can't really tell, Steven, if things are really moving to the right direction. I know we had a couple runs. We started getting runs. We started getting wins together,
You
but we
know, I
don't
don't know if
know.
you know this, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Based on the points this season, Chelsea are the most improved on the points that they've got this season compared to last season in the whole Premier League.
Okay.
He's took us from 12th up to 6th, yeah? Granted, we were about 12th mid-season as well, but got us up to 6th, nearly got us 5th. At the end of the season, we were 5 points off of 4th. And we had all these injuries to Fofana, Reece James, Chilwell, Lavia, who would have been needed in the back half of the season with the Enzo injury. In Kunku, like all these injuries to players that could would be, for the most part, key players for us. And we still got 6th, nearly got 5th, nearly got 4th. We were 3 points off Spurs in the end. At one point, Spurs were 14 points ahead of us. We finished 5 points behind Aston Villa, who were 4th place. If the season was, say, 3-4 games longer, we could have guaranteed 5th, in my opinion, and potentially even got 4th. I'm not even joking. That could have happened. That's how things had changed.
It's very strange. It's very strange. I have some few comments I'm gonna go through. Maya said, I understand, but I mean it was his first season. Apart from Potter, he did well. No lie, I think our owners expected too much for his first season at Chelsea. You know,
Egbali's the issue here.
owners. I think it has
Oh no,
people
I've just
always
read something I
point
don't like.
at Bowley, but Bowley is not part of this. It's Beardad Ekbali. Because
Nee,
right after,
you're not gonna
right,
like this.
give me a second.
Egbali's in London overseeing the search for the new manager.
Ekbali. So now
He's
Todd Bowley
in
is not even
London
in the scene
overseeing
anymore.
the search for the new manager.
Oh boy.
Why hire sporting directors if you're go? I think the sporting directors are incompetent. I've made that clear plenty of times over the last few months, yeah.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying, why hire them if you're going to be constantly looking over their shoulder of who they're hiring, or maybe whispering in their ear about this guy, that guy, when you don't know what you're talking about? So, yeah, safe to say, I've said for a little while now on this one as well, I'm not a fan of Egg Barley either. I knew Egg Barley was the more involved guy and was the guy that was causing issues, but
Yeah. He's
here
everywhere.
we are.
People always talk Bowley, talk Bowley, talk Bowley. But Bearded
Because,
Ekbali,
bro, the
it's
media
everywhere.
do it because he was the face of it, and then the fan base go, oh, it must be him because the media are reporting it. Well, it's not as simple as that.
Yeah. Maya said plus he lost the Carabao Cup final, which was also not good. FA Cup, it was also not good. And the way he lost it, it was not good. It wasn't part of the target for Mauricio Pochettino. Trophy was not part of the target. It was just two simple things. One, Chelsea have lost a lot of money from not qualifying to Champions League. Yes, that is, you have to remember, Maya. The club has a loan. They have money. They pick up money from other place to invest into Chelsea Football Club, and they are losing money on it. If you qualify for Champions League, you gain money from Champions League qualification. More or less, if you move forward, you also get money from there. So his tax was very easy for him. Was just qualify the team, to Europe and make Champions League and make top four. Not just Europe. You have to qualify for Champions League and make top four. He's not there to win trophy. So if you have won the Carabao Cup, it would have been a bonus, and that could even help him keep his job. But he couldn't sustain that. Stevens Maya said there's no elite in the market anymore, farm. At the moment, there are no elite managers there. All the managers that are coming are up and coming and rising managers. They all make it from one place before they make it from another, make a name from one football club, and they've been hired to another football club and then continue the success over there. The top managers, and I'll tell you, if you're thinking about Thomas Tuchel, if you're thinking about Jose Mourinho, it's never going to happen because the owners want someone who will coach the team but not being the manager. So that's why I hate using the word yes man. Yes man to me is it doesn't sound well when someone uses the word yes man. They want someone who will coach these players, but not trying to meddle with the sporting directors affairs of the football club. Your work is concentrate on developing these players. They will get the players for you. As to whether you want that player or not, they are bringing you the player, and you have to get the best out of them. They don't want Jose
The
Mourinho.
sporting director shouldn't even be here.
They don't want a Jose Mourinho. They don't want a Thomas Tuchel who will come in and then start trying to meddle in with the affairs of the football club. Like I want this, They don't want that anymore. If you're a manager, just like Roberto De Zerbi, what he does is he coaches. Though the owners are Brighton brings in the players, and De Zerbi have to get the best out of those players. It's as simple as that. That is how things are going right now. And apparently, what I heard is Arnold Slot is also going to be a coach, not a manager. So they'll bring in the players. Slop controls
Most
those
people
players.
nowadays are head coaches and not managers.
Yeah, it's head coaches. So that's what they want Mauricio Pochettino to be. And
Basically, every
he doesn't
Chelsea
want it.
manager, even under Roman, was deemed a head coach.
That's right. So I
I
don't know what's
can't
so
think off the
different.
top of my head of the last Chelsea manager to actually have the title manager instead of head coach.
Brilliant. Because the managers don't buy the players. The club buys the players, the managers
The
use
issue
them.
is, Donny, our sporting directors are useless and they shouldn't be buying the players either. That's the issue.
It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. Maya said I think they made a hard decision by sacking him in the first season. At least this coming season, give him another chance. If it doesn't work, let him go. According to Maya, they fired Poch for managers that finish below us. That is what Maya is thinking. What about Steve Cooper? No, Steve Cooper is no good. Steve
I'll
Cooper.
smash my head into a wall. That's what I'm
Steve
saying.
Cooper is no good. If he couldn't stand the test, the pressure from Nottingham Forest, how can he stand the test of Chelsea? Chelsea is too huge. You're always on the spotlight. Always, always, all the time, Todd. Cooper cannot do it. Where is Ruben from? And what's his first name? Ruben Amorim. Ruben is the coach, currently the coach for
Sporting.
Sporting CP. Sporting Lisbon, right? The same as Sporting Lisbon, right?
Yeah.
Sporting CP. Paul, big up to you, Paul. Paul says, May Hans Flick. May Hans Flick, according to Paul, big up to you, Paul. Maya said, I will want Hans Flick anytime, any day, according to Maya. But guys, so the poll are right there. Let me know what your thoughts are on the poll. Do you have any specific manager that you are looking for in that pool? We have those names over there because that's what we have at this moment in time. And it looks like 75% of the vote. We have 4 votes, but 75% are going in for Roberto De Zerbi, and 25% are going in for Miraska Leicester City manager. The names has been there, but I don't know. Stephen G.
Mm-hmm.
You said the potential replacement will be Ruben Amaron, but he's not in our list. The list we have, let's focus
You
on the
do
list.
realize not every manager is going to be public, right? They'll want to keep
Yeah,
certain names quiet.
I know, I know,
I
I
didn't
know,
say
I know.
he's a
None of the
potential one. I said he's the one that I want us to get. And
yeah,
all I'm saying is Romano said multiple names, yeah, not long before we went live,
right.
of managers who have not been contacted, yeah? The ones we have not had contact with are the Porto manager, Sergio Coensao, or however you pronounce it, Vincent
Constantine,
Company,
Constantine.
Antonio Conte, Jose Mourinho, Thomas Tuchel, Hansi Flick, and Roberto De Zerbi. According to Romano, zero contact with those people. Ruben Amorim is not on that list of people we've had zero contact with.
So that could be the name
Also,
that has been
also,
hidden.
don't forget, it wasn't too long ago that he was in England as well. Don't forget that.
That's Ruben Amaram. I remember about
Hmm.
3 weeks ago. Was it 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago?
About a month ago, yeah.
About a month
Something
ago,
like that.
yeah. So, guys, if you're joining us live, we still got 8 of you watching us live on YouTube, and 30 of you watching us live on X. If you want to be part of us here on YouTube, I'll send a link there. You can click on it and subscribe to our platform here. Do not forget to also drop a like on the video. Maya said Hansa Flick would be a difficult one to do, but the main guy, Zerbi, the Ipswich manager, Karen McKenna, and Thomas Frank also, and then Vincent Company. Apparently, what I saw I had
We've got
yesterday,
no contact with company. Company's not
no
on the
contact
list.
with company. Company I had is also in the link to Bayern Munich job.
Hmm.
Where I
He
had that
seems like
yesterday. I was
he's the
surprised.
favourite for that, believe it or not,
Yeah,
which is
Vincent Company.
hilarious. He just got relegated and now he's arguably the favourite for that job. It's actually funny.
I don't think
Just
he's
got
gonna get it.
relegated from the Prem and now
I
he's a
don't.
favourite for that job.
I don't think Vincent Company will get the Bayern Munich job. Do you know why, Steven?
He's. I'm pretty sure everything I've seen saying he's favourite right now. He's
But
favourite.
let me explain this to you. I don't think that he will get that job, and do you know why? One Vincent Company. One thing is with Bayern Munich is at least they want a manager who can speak the German dialogue, the German language, who speaks the German language. I know they've had certain couple of managers who don't speak it, but they are a bit fluent in English, like Pep Guardiola. Mauricio Pochettino also name was being mentioned. He is, but he speaks a little bit of English, but his English is not that good, and that would be a big risk. Vincent Company, I'm not sure if he speaks German, but if he does it, then that could be the reason why he can get. But if he doesn't speak German, it'll be very, very difficult. But his English is way better than
Vincent
Mauricio Pochettino.
Company's from Belgium. Vincent Company's from Belgium, and apparently it's one of the common languages spoken there. So from
Belgium, they
what I'm
speak French.
seeing, um,
Belgium
yeah,
speaks
no, but
French and other
apparently he
languages.
learned German and English as well. Apparently,
Okay, so that's the reason why he's favorite,
he
Stephen.
was raised speaking French, and he also spoke German and English. Apparently,
Because if you look at all the past managers that have taken
so
over
what I've got here,
Bayern Munich
me,
are
it says
all
that
good German speaking. They
he's
speak. Go ahead, Stephen.
from what I've got here. It says he's fluent in four languages. I don't know what that first one is. I'll have to look it up. But then French, German, and English are the others. Oh, the other one's like Dutch, Belgium, like you know how you get like American English. I think that's what that means.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. That when you go to Belgium, they speak like two different languages, French and some other Belgian
Bro, there's so
language.
many languages.
Yeah. Oh,
But yeah, apparently he
my
speaks
originated
German.
country,
So
we speak more than 10 languages, Steven. My originated country, Ghana, we speak more than 10 languages in one country. So don't be surprised. All right, so right after less than 24 hours after our last game, which we won Chelsea met with Mauricio Pochettino at the at Cobham training ground, where it was between Laurie Stewart, Paul Winstanley, and Beardad Ekbali. They met Mauricio Pochettino and they sat down and they discussed things, the way forward, the strategy of the football club, and then the would I say the trajectory or the process of how they want to run the football club, and they couldn't come with a common agreement because of Mauricio Pochettino did not agree to do certain things that the owners, which is and the guy leading them, is beard beard head beard head Ekbali.
Did you
You know,
call him Beardhead?
yeah, beard head, beard head Ekbali beard. Yeah, he's the guy that they couldn't follow his principle. So Mauricio Pochettino has to go. And also we all knew that he will be scrutinized. Mauricio Pochettino will be scrutinized. And we also said those two stooges over there has to be scrutinized too. Win Stanley and Paul and Paul what? Paul is it Win Stanley and what's his name again? I just said his name, I forgot. Those two sporting directors have to be scrutinized themselves. So, but Mauricio Pochettino, he did they scrutinize, they check him, things that he did in the course of the season, and why he was conceding too many goals, why he couldn't reset himself with all these injuries. There are certain games, like I've said, certain games that Chelsea shouldn't have lose those games, but they lost. So one way or the other. I don't think that it was that harsh as people said. Yes, he need one more year at the football club, but he did not do himself favors either, because you have a whole season. You could do better. Why wait until 6 games to go before you started winning games? So you can depend on how you see it. These owners, they want to succeed. These owners want to succeed. They've taken money from one institution to invest into Chelsea Football Club, and missing out on Champions League really cost these owners a lot of money. And the tax for Mauricio Pochettino, like I've said, it has two tax: qualify the team to Champions League and being top four. That was a simple task. He was able to play and got into Carabao Cup final. And what happened? He bottled it. If he has even win that trophy, he could have saved himself a chance or a time at Chelsea Football Club, but he didn't. So many losers, so many draws, so many losers. We're losing game away, losing game at Stamford Bridge. West Ham United, Sheffield United, we won that one. West Ham United, we drew West Ham United. We lost to West Ham United 3-0 at Stamford Bridge. And we drew also to
No, we
Burnley.
beat West Ham at home.
And
We
we
lost to West Ham with
3-0
them
away.
having 10 men 3-1 away.
Yes, they had a man down, and we still lost that game. So Poch hasn't helped himself either.
To be
So
fair,
I
they
think
did also have a penalty in that game.
right,
That
right.
definitely didn't help. I can't even remember who got sent off in that game now.
I can't remember either. Oh, I think was it Emerson? Is it Emerson?
Honestly, can't remember. I can't
Yeah,
even be
I
bothered to
think
go
it
back
was
and check at this
Emerson.
point.
Chelsea X. I think it was Emerson. I my brain is not that good all the time, but this one, I'm for sure it was Emerson, Chelsea legend. All right. So big up to you, Lord Vapor Nation said it's not about winning. They want to have it their way. I don't understand. Make no sense according to him. Do you think a new manager they appoint will be better? We can't tell. No one knows. No one even knew that Xavi Alonso with Bayer Leverkusen were going to go invincible and win games in all competition and even lead the Bundesliga with 9 points. No one ever knew it was going to happen. So, and what I'm reading is they want a young manager. They want a young manager. They don't want a manager that will create problems to these sporting directors or the football club. They want a manager that will listen. But I don't want to use the word yes man. They want a manager that will understand them, that will do what they say. They bring in their players, and the manager has to do the coaching. People are saying these owners are being very mean, but I don't think they are. Roman did worse. Roman Abramovich, he did worse than these owners are doing. Roman Abramovich sacked Carlo Ancelotti. Don Carlo, who is winning Champions League back to back. He sacked Don Carlo.
You sacked him when he finished second.
when he finished second and winning the Premier League for Chelsea. This is a manager that have won a Premier League for Chelsea, and he sacked him with it being on a second position. So what are people talking about? We have to reset and go back under Roman Abramovich and how he was sacking managers, and try and chill, calm down before we're so negative on these new owners. We have to relax. Roman did worse. Roman Abramovich did worse than what these new owners are doing. 2 years at the football club. 1 year is to clean up the mess that Roman Abramovich and his people did when they took over. We don't see that. If he hasn't been these owners, Chelsea would have been in deep, deep trouble. Lots of things, shitty things were being done under Roman Abramovich. Shitty things. As soon as these owners took over, they said, okay, we're a new regime. We took over. We've seen this. We reported this. We've seen that has happened to the football club. We want you to know this before we take over. Because what has done the previous regime shouldn't affect the current regime. There was a lot of mess. A lot of mess. And when people think that these owners don't know anything about football, that is a lie. They have people in place. Although Lawrence Stewart and his brother have messed up things, this is just 2 years at the football club, and they will organize themselves and come back again. That's how I believe. Maya said the injuries killed him. No lies. Absolutely, the injuries killed him too. It's true. Chelsea had the highest injury in the Premier League the whole entire season. But he did not help himself, even with some of the players that he had on the pitch and some teams that we were playing, like Burnley, Sheffield United, and some of these teams that we played. Chelsea should have beat them with those teams that he had, the players that he had.
On the flip side of that, some of it was literally out of his control. Take Sanchez against Arsenal, for example. Poch can't do nothing about that. Take Jackson and others missing big chances. Can't do nothing about that, although apparently Egbali took big chances and sort of tried to put it on Pochettino. Don't know how that worked. Pochettino ain't on the pitch. That's dumb as hell. What else was there? Stuff like Sterling not squaring it to someone who would effectively have an open goal. Happened about 9 times in 9 different games this season. That's not on Pochettino. Cost us games multiple times for that. But I bet Egbali tried to put that on Pochettino as well. That's not all on him, but as I've always said, the owners are to fault for hiring these two donkeys to be our sporting directors who are actually scouts, not sporting directors. And then they're to blame for getting certain players, yeah, and getting Pochettino, although Pochettino, second half of the season was actually all right. The first half, he was doing dumb stuff. Second half, he's still done some dumb stuff, but he started to get more results. But as I've always said, everyone, including the players, are to blame to some degree.
Right.
And I will stand by that.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Lord Nation believe that Blueclouds, I don't think top 4 is simple task with this team. Yes, we had a chance. I agree. But it's going to get even worse. The managers we are looking at this moment. What I'll say is, Hams, do not take all those things you're reading in the media. The right manager Chelsea looking for is not among those lists. I'm telling you, it's not among those lists. Lord said that, and so don't you think the manager is allowed to have some say? It's not fair. You talk about Roman. It's not fair. I talk about Roman. Why can't I talk about Roman? But have Roman sacked. Yeah, Hams said that it's not fair to talk about Roman, but have Roman sacked 3 managers in a year, not comparable. 3 managers in a year. Roman did worse than that. Roman did worse than that. Look, let's put it this way. What has Mauricio Pochettino really achieved for Chelsea that we should feel so pity for Mauricio Pochettino being sacked as a manager? Mauricio Pochettino, what has he really achieved? Look at what Don Carlo has achieved. Look at what Jose Mourinho has even achieved for Chelsea, but he was being sacked. Roman sacked him, and no one said anything. Roman sacked Don Carlo Ancelotti. No one said anything. Roman sacked Roberto Di Matteo, who first manager to win Chelsea first ever
To
Champions
be
League
fair,
trophy.
Matteo, it was starting to go a bit downhill.
No one said anything. It's the same thing with Mauricio Pochettino. These owners should have sacked Mauricio Pochettino in the middle of the season and bring somebody else in. So Poch should have been grateful for these managers keeping him in the job until the end of the season. That's why I stand on it. Steven, tell me, how painful or how hurtful is it for these owners to part way with Mauricio Pochettino at the end of the season and not doing it in the middle of the season? I felt that if they have done it in the
Bro, I've
middle of the
already
season,
said,
that would be
like,
too
the sporting
harsh.
directors had plenty of chances to sack him and they didn't.
Yeah, they didn't do it. The sporting directors could have sacked him in the middle of the season when he can swing passes together and have a consistent run of win. He couldn't win games. They could have sacked him, but they gave him ample time. They gave him a lot of time to reset and get winning until they waited until the end of the season. And the main plan was Mauricio Pochettino was going to be assessed at the end of the season. That was the plan.
But that was
So,
a
go ahead, Steve.
plan. They planned the end of season review from when he first came in. That's
Right. Right. It's already there, right? He'll be
been
assessed
publicly
at the end
said
of the season.
by multiple people.
Yeah. So Lord said, yeah, I agree. Roma didn't
Mm-hmm.
want a project, a long-term project. He just wanted
Yeah.
to
But it
win.
don't
If
mean that he
Roma
couldn't have
was
got
here,
sacked before that.
yeah. He said if Roma was here, it would have been sacked a long time. So I don't know what's the difference between what Roma was doing at that time and what these owners are doing. Even these owners have, I'll say they are even soft to give Mauricio Pochettino a whole entire season. Luis Filippo Scolari, who was a then World Cup winner, did not get a whole season with Chelsea.
Well, don't
Stephen,
even
did he?
get me started on Scolari.
You're far away, Stephen.
I said, don't even get me started on Scolari.
AVB, Andrews Villas-Boas, could not even finish the whole season with Chelsea because he started trying to pick up a fight with John Terry, Didier Drogba, and Frank Lampard, and so forth. He was trying to pick up a fight.
No, but that
Going
was
on,
pre-season. The big
that was
issue was the
preseason.
results weren't there under him. We got smashed by Napoli 4-1 in the first leg of the Champions League round of 16. That's when he got sacked.
And AVB was even a young manager who was
Yeah, but
making names.
AVB was a fraud. He proved he was a fraud when he went to Spurs and did terrible there as well. Having said
Yeah.
that, most people that go to Spurs are frauds because they don't get the backing. So that makes them look more fraudulent than they are.
Whatever is going on
But
at
AVB was a
Chelsea,
fraud.
go ahead, Stephen.
He's a director now, isn't he? He's like a sporting director at like Porto or somewhere, isn't he?
Yeah, he can't coach anymore. He can't coach.
Yeah, he went into being like a sporting director or something.
Because the more you get fired from one club to the other, then you limit yourself in the football clubs anymore. You know, you can't go in everywhere because you're not proven. Everyone is firing you. Why should we hire you? So it's better for him to find a job that can keep him in a job for about 10 years. You get what I'm saying, Steven?
Mm-hmm.
So Lord Vipination said, I mean already. So yeah, if you go to Tottenham Hotspur, it's the same thing. If you go to Liverpool, the same trend. Everyone is doing the same thing. We want you're the coach. We want you to come in and coach the boys. You're not a manager. You don't impose on players that we have to buy for you to work with. No, we don't work like that. You did not fund the football club. You don't bring any money in. Yours is to coach the boys, let them win games, and we make money. That's a simple job. Stevie, don't you think that it's even too much for a manager to do? Like trying to focus on what player they have to bring in, and kind of players that they have to be bringing into the football club, instead of just focusing on the job, training and managing, and coaching the players. What I think that the manager has to do is, okay, lay down specific areas to you want to improve. Put those names down. I want to improve my right wing back, left back, center back. Okay, give it to the sporting directors. They know the job. That's their aspect. They will get into it and look for the best in terms of price, ability, and experience. They put it all together and find the right player for the football club, and they bring it to you to work with it. And I'm not sure that the sporting directors will go in for just players that are not wealthy. There are good players there, and it's all about the manager to get the best out of these players. Don't tell me Modric is not a good player. All right, Dan is here with us. Stephen G. Dan is here in the building. Your brother Dan, Stephen.
What's up? I'm not sure how long gonna be able to be on, by the way. I've got to check.
But
But
we have only up to an hour, Stephen. We're not going beyond an hour because it
you
looks
know
like
it's already an hour, right?
yeah, we according to the live stream, it says 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, we pushed it back 10 minutes.
Yeah, we've done
Alright.
45 minutes.
No, it's just because of I don't make the food, so I don't know when it's gonna be ready. That's all.
Okay. All right, Dan.
Big up my brother, Nee.
Big up to you too, my brother, my big brother from
Big up
Bolly, you're
Stephen.
Todd Bolly's brother, aren't you?
No, Todd Barney's brother.
Are you Ekbali's brother?
No, I'm not even Egg Barley's brother.
How about Feliciani?
Not none of that. No, none of them.
How about the Dodgers supporter?
No, not even Clear Lakes. I'm not.
How about you supporting what they call them? And their team in the French league. Steve, what's the team?
Salzburg FC.
Salzburg, yeah.
No.
All right, drop your 2 cents.
Please smash the like button and subscribe to my bro Nee. But I'm telling you, Nee, is what the heck is going on?
Mauricio Pochettino has been sacked, and he was being sacked for the right reason.
No, it's not.
Why was it?
Because have you heard about the electric thing about the truth's coming out now about what Pochettino is saying about these owners?
Well, can you let us know? I don't know what the truth is. I dive into it.
He wanted to experience in the summer, and the owners has told him no. Yeah, in January he wanted to buy 2 experience in January. Yeah, transfer come in for Chelsea, and they said no. And yesterday, how quite a funny inconvenience, De Serbi leaves Brighton Football Club because there's been an announcement that some official club offered 4.3 million to Brighton to have De Serbi to go to somewhere else. And now he's left Brighton. Now Pochettino, next day after that, left.
No, you still have to pay Brighton. There's a thing that Brighton still would get a fee. You still have to pay them.
Yeah, you got to get a fee. I know that, Steve. But they still owe money for Graham Potter on a fee since from the departures that way from Chelsea when we got Graham Potter in. But now there's no other managers out there to provide the balance of this team. What Pochettino's done for this season in a march of 14 injuries, including 52. It was a white mess of a show this season, Nee.
Yeah.
And the players what he had to finish top 6 this season and for a European football, had the meeting yesterday, sat down with Todd Bowling and Barley and had breakfast to try and get to financials of the agree for next summer so he could provide to get some players of his own players for next summer for experience to bring in, and his owners have turned it down. And it's just so funny, Sonny. It's mental consent that he's left Chelsea Football Club by mental consent. No, it's not.
Neutral.
He's been sacked. He got sacked. Nee. He got sacked.
Bro,
Right?
Egbarley and the 2 Chuckle brother sporting directors are going to screw us.
Of course they are, Steve.
Bro,
The
Lawrence
sport.
Stewart and Paul Winstanley had their
Mm,
chance to sack him in November and December, and
yep.
before we played Villa in the cup. They didn't take
Yep.
it.
Yeah, they
But
didn't.
I guarantee you, when he met Bowley probably told him, if it was down to me, I'd keep you, yeah? Because you saw all the stuff he's saying about stability and all that. He knows how to run a sports business. He's got teams. He knows how it works. He knows what you need, yeah? But then you've got Egbali, who seems super close with the two sporting directors, seems to have took the same side as them, and they've got rid of him.
I
Because
thought it was
Bowley
the other
weren't
way.
in the
I
meeting
thought it
when
was
he
the
got
other way
sacked.
around, Steve. I thought it was the other
Huh?
way around.
No, no,
Because if you
Bowley weren't in
actually,
the meeting when he got sacked.
yeah, no, but if you look at the Liverpool game, yeah,
Mhm.
all right, you see after the game, they went and got their medals. He walked past and didn't bother shaking Todd Bowley's hand. He went straight and shake Barley's hand. So, and after that, these owners haven't spoken to Pochettino since that Caribbean Cup game until the whole end of the season. They both never spoke, didn't message Pochettino, and he said he was happy at the club. Pochettino's happy at the club.
No, you're
So,
not getting what I'm saying. I'm saying that Egbali is close to the two sporting directors. I didn't mention Poch. Egbali and the
yeah,
two
yeah,
sporting directors
I,
seemed
yeah.
close,
That's
and
where
they
I'm
took
coming.
the same side.
This where I was coming from, Steve. I heard what you said. Yes, Ed Barley is, yeah, by Whitney Stanley and Paul Wint, or whatever his name is, right? These are
Mm.
two directors who are useless. My situation, right, for Phil, everyone knew for Phil, the director, how good, yeah, when he came to,
Vivil.
yeah, came to Chelsea. He wanted the experience like not he wanted the Nagelsmann, the Luis Enrique's, the Hansi Flicks,
Yeah.
all the top like elite managers to come before we was going to sign Pochettino. So
We
and
went for them though, and
yeah,
they rejected
we
us.
did go for them. We did, and two of them rejected the club, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But my situation, right, Steve.
Hmm.
I'm going to bang you now, and you're probably thinking, oh, you're going to sound right here. When for Phil, after when there's no mention of Pochettino. Can you remember one thing what Phil said to these owners about these owners? Could anyone remember that
No, I don't remember.
in a statement?
No, I don't remember. Can you
Right.
tell me?
After
Christopher
when he
Vivil.
left the club, right, he
Yes, sir.
came out a statement about these owners and about Paul Stanley and Ed Stewart. He said there was when he was trying to ask these owners of the basis of what you want me to bring to the table for this club before I sign for Chelsea Football Club, there was agreement that he would have his say about what kind of project of managers and players that he could bring into the club. And they all pushed him out. And Phil came out in a statement saying why he left is because every single time with the Enzo, like DJ Sav, you're bloody diamond. I clocked on what you've been saying on the Nice space about Enzo Fernandez, about at the time he was the one to get the Enzo Fernandez down the line about 80 to 60 million, and it got all accepted, yeah, from Benfica that Seville agreed to on Enzo. And then Paul Stanley and Egg Stewart came in, butt in, and ruined the contract of the basis of Enzo Fernandez. This is why I love DJ Sav. Right, big up to you, bro, because when I clocked on. And and the situation is came up the truth. For Phil said once he got the Enzo over the line, these owners, yeah, said to fulfill, it was not you to sort out of the directing of the transfer. It was these two, the manageable to sort out the transfer. And they went and flew out to Benfica to get there over the line and try and sort out a kind of a contract agreement, and they ruined it. So that's why Todd Bowley and everybody had to go to Benfica, and then the next minute had to pay 105 to 120 add-ons, 120 million.
Mhm.
So, and then also there was another thing with this manager base, and if it wasn't for Phil, these wouldn't have got Pochettino because for Phil, was the one talking about if we can't get Nagelsmann, Hansi Flick, or any elite manager, the potential would be Pochettino to come in the summer. And that's why they agreed to sign Pochettino. My situation is now, Lee, these
Let's
users of these users of sporting directors what we've got are now in charge of a manager role to get a manager in. What happens? They they have no clue about the manager's CV,
Mhm.
what stuff the experienced managers have done with big name star players or with different players, and also what this manager don't concede for next summer and end up sacking him? Are we gonna still be the same scenario going backwards with these um directors, sporters to go and our fan base go and want to sack another manager if these
Yeah,
don't with the because I want to know if with Paul Reed Stanley and Ed Stewart, if you're going to get a manager and you don't rush it, you make sure you get the CV. You ask them questions what they could do for the basis of it, because we all
correct.
know, Lee, yeah, Pochettino wasn't going to be the main manager. He wasn't going to stay there for. He was only the productive manager for 2 years, just to redevelop young squad to our club. And if he success very well for them 2 years, he had another year contract
Mm.
to stay on. But because now he's left and got sacked, the truth will come out. Where do we go from here, Lee? What do we do with the managers? What managers are going to come in to be capable to redevelop this squad to come in? Because all these players was happy with Pochettino, and now what manager is gonna go and try and step up with all these players? And what happens if you don't like the Caicedos? What happens if he doesn't like Enzo? What happens if he doesn't like
All right.
Lavia?
Let
And all
me
these
let me
players?
let me explain this. What if is all what if hypothetically. That's what we're dealing with. We don't know yet, Dan. We don't know. So we're talking about the future, and no one knows what the future is like. But apparently, what I'm reading is they want a manager that will do the coaching work, not to meddle. Meddle with the affairs of the sporting director's work in terms of the manager can lay out certain players that he want in a certain key position, and they will Chelsea will go out and get the manager that fits that profile and the style and the model at which they are going. Definitely, if indeed, as is being stated, and you said it's all PR, PR or what? Statement we don't know yet. Let's see what the summer has to offer for us. Are they going to bring in experienced players like they've said, or are they going to stick to these young players? Which to me, if they stick to the young players, then I know where I stand with these football club. As they've said, they want to bring in add some new they want to add some experienced players to these young players to be able to beef up the squad. So if you say where we all don't know who is going to come in and what that person can do, who is an experienced manager? We all don't know. Xavi Alonso is not an experienced manager. One season with Bayer Leverkusen, and look at where they are. So many managers, even those experienced managers that we all talk about, can't even control the ship. Mauricio Pochettino, he's a Premier League experienced manager. Graham Potter, Premier League experienced manager from Brighton, and couldn't even handle it. You know, Frank Lampard, a little experience uh, from the Championship, and then they came to the Premier League and still could not
To
handle it.
be fair,
He
when we
went
had
to
the
even
transfer ban,
Everton
he had a good year. We can't say it that way.
with what's his name? The team that wears the white jersey. No, Derby, right? Derby.
Yeah, no, but when he came to Chelsea, when we had the transfer ban, yeah,
Yeah, with Enzo Fernandez.
everyone thought we're
Yeah.
getting no higher than like eighth, and he managed to get us Champions League football. Then we went through the group
Yeah, that's
stage,
Frank Lampard, wasn't it?
barely conceding.
All right. So big up to JC in the building and CFC Dante. When you guys were on, that was when Dan was waffling. So I gave him so much time to talk. And then big up to my brother, Chelsea Perspective. Also, again, today I had a late stream because I was very, very late on my stream today. So but thank you all, because everyone that making it a point to be on the show today. Dan is here in the building. I got so much time for Dan because I got just literally
You're waffling
1 minute.
Tui. You're
One
waffling
minute
Tui,
to
so
off. Yeah, I'll be off on the show today. I'm just today. I don't want to extend the time. Just keep it at exactly 1 hour. So I got 10 minutes. I thought it was 1 minute, but I got 10 minutes to be done, and to be done for the show today. But CFC Dante said
It
done
is
is
1 minute.
straight.
If you're doing an hour, it is 1 minute.
No, and oh yeah, 1 hour. Sorry. I was looking at a different thing over here. The
I was
number of
like, you
viewers.
said 15 minutes, like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So I
after
was
I
like,
saw
I'm
one
gonna check.
hour, then I went looking at the number of views on the other platforms, and
Oh, so you
yeah,
like where you switched to see the views, it
yeah,
threw you
it
off.
said first it says 49, and then went up to 40, and so I was like, I have 10 more minutes to be done. Then you said it, and I look at the red light and the red sign where it tells you how long you've been streaming. It's also right there. But anyway, guys, this is where we're gonna draw the curtain. So today I want to keep it exactly at 1 hour. I got a rush. Stephen G got a rush, and Dan also, helping his brother out here. Dan, you know what, Dan, you know what I want you to do. I have a few questions for you, Dan.
hello, my brother. Because
Are you, I have a few. I have a
when I
few
speak
questions.
facts, yeah,
Few one. Wrap it up. Don't make it too
yeah,
long.
I won't make it too long.
Were
But
you
what I'm
really,
saying,
were you really surprised Poch was sacked?
well, I knew it was gonna happen anyway, Nee.
Good. So you're not surprised.
Well, like I said, Nee, like what I just said about 10 minutes ago, yeah, right. We
Don't make it
all knew
long.
that
Just
we all knew that Pochettino was going to be the great successful full time full time manager at Chelsea. We knew that he had 2 years and a year contract to provide to do, and now he's gone. We've gone back on ourselves. We've gone
we've gone
back.
backward.
And we've gone backwards now. This. It's going to be. What if this new manager comes in, yeah,
Mhm.
and look at the basis of the young project, like, and he ain't gonna have to work with this team, like what Pochettino had to do this season. And now, what if this, like, if a manager comes in, they're talking about Kenya, they're on the Brentford manager, Almiron's not is rejected the Chelsea club now. Hansi Flick rejected
Who?
the project because they don't. The thing is not happening.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because it came out yesterday on February's reports on Twitter, and I heard everyone on the space. I even heard Ben Jacobs speak about Almiron. He's rejected Chelsea's job because
Are you sure?
well,
Are you
apparently
sure
Ben Jacobs,
Amiron rejected Chelsea's
yeah,
job?
yeah, apparently it's not good for he said the project is not good for the
I don't believe
what
it.
they're listening.
I don't believe
But,
it, Dan.
yeah, go
I
type it
don't
up
believe it.
afterwards.
Damn,
Go
we
type.
ain't gonna know every single name that they're looking at.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
then
I don't believe
yeah,
it that Ben
but
Jacobs said the
okay, yeah, but
project
Nick,
is not good. No,
Nick,
I don't
I,
believe it.
I listened to Ben Jacob, yeah, waffling on the space last night on the Twitter space, yeah, and I heard what he was saying. He's an Aston Villa fan, but the PR test on the movement
Isn't
of this.
Jacobs Leicester and Matt Laws the Aston Villa fan, no?
No. Ben Jacobs, he's Aston Villa.
I'm sure he's
Ben
Leicester.
Jacob reports on Chelsea.
He reports
He-
on Chelsea. He always
yeah.
reports on Chelsea, and he's an Aston Villa fan. But the situation is, right, we're not going to talk about Ben Jacob because in the day, that's him. Let him do his own thing. What I'm trying to say is right, you've got two managers just from the Championship just come to the Premier League, yeah,
Mhm.
and expecting to rely on both of them. Yes, one of them's probably managed at Man City
Right.
at the 18th youth academy. He's had Cole Palmer and he's had Lavia in that team, won the PL2 league in that league, yeah. 18 reserve club coaching system, yeah, right, it's totally different to the proper Premier League. Yes, he's played the 4-3-3 in a formation. Yes, he's played the 4-2-3-1, and he could change the style of attacking to different, like what he did for Leicester. He made two good, like he has, fair enough. But these managers are not, they're just average teams. So if they come in and don't provide the talent of these players and they cry out for these owners for experience and don't get the help to get the experience, we're just going to be same scenario for next 2 seasons.
That let's pray that it doesn't come that way. I know where you stand on these owners, but you have
I
to
know you
remember one
love
thing.
these. I know you love these owners.
Uh,
Yeah, and you know you trust the process. You trust the project. You know that they're doing the right thing at the club. But what? Come on, Nee. What have they actually done right? To sacking Pochettino. Come on.
what do you mean? What do you mean?
What have for the last 2 years? What have they actually done right?
Or you're judging these owners for just 2 years? 1 year, take
Well,
1 year
yeah,
out.
2 years.
No,
No,
no, you
2 years.
can't judge them on two
Of course
years.
you can.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
If you want to judge them on 2 years, then it's better to judge Mauricio Pochettino on 1 year for failing to make top four. Top
Remember
four as
Pochettino got
that was
what?
his target.
Was that his fault though, Nee?
Yeah, it's his fault.
How's that his fault? What were the
What do you
injuries?
mean it's
What
not
he
his
had?
fault? He has a crop of
What?
players.
He had 52 injuries, 14
It
injuries.
don't matter. It
And
don't
he had
matter,
never,
but
never had his best full
it
11,
doesn't
my
matter.
bro.
Look at the squad. Look at the squad he paraded against Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. What are you talking about?
Was that his fault to lose that game?
Yeah, it was his fault.
How?
How did we play very well?
He put the player.
Extra time,
He
and
put the
then we
players
started
on.
playing negative.
What the players? What did not the players come out saying they thought they could play defensive to try and win on penalties?
Well,
No,
you like
he came out and clarified that, or someone came out like and said that it was clarified or something, that nobody explicitly said that it was based on his feeling from the touchline.
There you go.
His feeling. He wasn't told. He just went off his feeling. His feeling was dumb because we were all over them at the end of the 90 minutes.
It's like the Man City game. Right, the Man City game. Well, if we could have won that game, Nee, but Jackson couldn't finish his chances. Like Malcolm says, he's one of the best strikers for Chelsea, and he's going to be coming days. Yeah,
he'll be better. He'll be better.
He won't be
I
better.
promise you.
He ain't. He's not clinical enough. He ain't a striker. He's a left winger.
Well,
He's
he,
more
he
better
could
than
say the
Evan.
same. Didier Drogba.
But Nee,
His best season, 17 goals for Chelsea.
yeah.
That's good.
Well, that's not all comps.
season.
All comps. All comps. 14
Yeah,
in the Premier.
14 goals in the Premier
but
League.
that, well, Cole Palmer did the double figures than Jackson this season.
But it's two different players. So one is coming from the Premier League. One is coming from La Liga. Who is not a striker? You're not getting it.
No, Cole Palmer didn't hardly get any games at Man City. He only played 1 or 2, 3 games.
But he's used to Pep Guardiola's style of play. You're talking about someone who's never been a striker before. He was just converted into a striker role when they need a striker. He's never playing that role before for the whole season.
My boy. How many goals did Nicolas Jackson score for the Spanish league?
How many goals did he score?
Yeah.
You don't understand. I said he's not a striker.
Well,
he's a winger.
Yeah, but did he not score a hat-trick past Real Madrid? Did he not score?
But we're not talking about the Spanish league. We're talking about the Premier League. It's a different ball game compared to the Spanish league, bro. One season, and you're already judging this guy that he's crap. And the same thing,
Listen. My words come out of my mouth. It's not said he's crap. He's just not the potential good enough for a minute to be the main striker.
If you want me to believe in Jackson,
but
believe in Mauricio Pochettino and give him another time. It's the same thing I'm believing in these players.
My boy, listen, right.
I'm listening.
If we could get an experienced striker in the summer, as we know it ain't gonna happen. Do you think
what makes you think it's not going to happen?
No, because these owners don't want to get the experience in. They want the young, ridiculous players.
Dan, I'll say if that's what you're thinking about the football club, stop supporting the football club.
Let me land.
Stop supporting the football club because Roman Abramovich is not going to be here forever.
All right, let me land.
Not going to be here for you. You have to know that.
Let me land, Nee. Right.
Land.
So, if an experienced striker, do you think it might help out Jackson for next season to be more clinical as a striker, or do you think we don't need another experienced striker and that he might be more clinical?
No, we need a striker, but he will get better.
So why do we need a striker? Why do we need a striker if we got Jackson in? Because
because
What Malcolm says, we don't need another striker because he'll come top form next summer.
look, let me say this: if Mauricio Pochettino have got the balance right, Chelsea would have been much better, and Jackson could have even scored more goals than he did.
No,
Take that
no.
goals away, take that miss chances away from Jackson. When Jackson is like a Timo Werner, he's not just giving you the goals, or he's not just missing goals, but he creates
Mm.
room for other players to score.
But
And
when
I
I
told
Cole
you
Palmer,
this. I told you this the other day. Premier League statistic will tell you Jackson is the only player who have got into dangerous positions than any other Premier League player, Premier League striker or player in the league.
well, that's
Dangerous. You're
wrong.
talking about
That's
dangerous
wrong.
position. Dangerous
That's wrong.
position.
That's
So
wrong.
imagine one more season and this guy finding the right coach who can help this guy get better with his shooting and shoot accuracy. Imagine how many goals he can get. It's not easy to get into dangerous position. It's not
So,
easy.
so knee.
Compare Jackson and compare
You're talking.
Jackson.
You're wrong
See,
because
how am
look
I
at
compare Jackson and compare Timo
look.
Werner?
How
How
many?
many
Right there. Dominus
offside
Solanke,
position have Jackson found himself and compared
And
to Timo
Ollie
Werner?
Watkins has got more goals than Jackson this season.
How long has Oli Watkins
And
been in the
Ollie
Premier League?
Watkins in a position like what
How
Jackson was
long
in
has
against
Oli
Man
Watkins
City.
been
He's.
in the
I
Premier
don't
League,
care
Dan?
how long. I don't care how long. I don't care.
Then, then
As a striker, he's still young. Ollie Watkins and Dominic Solanke are still young. As a striker in that
what are you
position, what
talking
you
about? Dominic Solanke have been in this Premier League for
brother, I love
ages
you.
since he was born.
Knee. As just all right, let's talk about
Dominic
Tammy
Solanke,
Abraham, the same age as Jackson when he was at Chelsea. Yeah, at the time when he was in that position against Man
Stephen,
City, 1-on-1 against
Stephen, come in.
goalkeeper,
I'm tired of talking to you, Dan.
Tammy Abraham would have finished them chances. Nicholas Jackson didn't finish them chances, right? You had people assisting him like Cole Palmer. You had the last game of the season, yeah, against Bournemouth. Reece James assisted him with a header. First time he scored like 2 goals. He scored from a header for this year. How many headers has he had chances? And great. He scored 3 goals against a 10 men or a 9 men Tottenham. Yeah, praised him up, and he could score more goals, but he missed chances. This guy, yeah, needs more. He needs an experienced striker where he can help him deliver. I'm not saying he might not be in a potential. He might come good. He might come good, yeah, if he had an experienced goalkeeper, striker. Sorry, goalkeeper.
Look,
Yeah,
Dan,
striker.
Dan,
But
what is Chelsea losing from Jackson? Chelsea spent 35 million on Nicholas Jackson, and he's giving you a whole season, 17 goals a whole season, 14 in the Premier League, first season in the Premier League, and they brought in Manchester United brought in Rasmus Højlund for
yeah,
85 million. And how many goals has he scored for in the Premier League?
okay.
You're not
So
losing nothing on Jackson. You are not losing
Yeah,
nothing.
okay. Cool. Well, I'm not. I agree with what you're saying, but this Beckham who's just been promoted to league. What's that team just got promoted? Crawley Stan. What League Two, League One? They got into promoted to League One. There's a striker who's English for that team. Yeah, they're bought in for like 6 million, and he's
Look at
done a
look at
double.
Jackson. Look at Jackson's goal. There's no penalty involved.
Yeah,
So
no, yeah, but Jackson,
that's
listen,
percentage.
but
There's
I'm saying
percentage
this. Right, I'm
involved.
saying this.
So
There's
why
a
would you give
strike.
him that credit?
Right, Lee. They've bought this player, yeah, from some confidence team, right?
What
And
are you
he's
talking about? I'm not getting you,
right.
Dan. We're supposed
This
to be
team,
done
this
right now. I'm not getting
oh,
you. What are you saying?
right. No, I can't. Right. It was Alex. It was Alexander Crew versus that other team, and they just beat Alexander Crew, yeah, and got into promoted to League One. There's a striker for that team, yeah, for that season. He scored more goals. They paid only 8-9 mil for him, and he got promoted to league. They got him into promoted to League One, and he was doing good for League One, yeah. And he scored 25 goals, more than Jackson this season.
Oh, hold on. Jesus Christ. What kind of argument are you making? Stephen,
I'm
are
not
you there? Are
making
you
no.
listening to
There's no
Dan?
good.
Dan,
Off
hold
the
on. Let me
first
drop
team.
this. Dan, let me say this. If you look at what we've done so far, Nicholas Jackson, forget about the assists. Just concentrate on the goals. We already got Europe already, just like Dante said. You're comparing Division One or whatever. What's it? Is it Championship or whatever to the Premier League?
League Two.
League Two. You're comparing League Two to the Premier
No,
League.
League One.
League
League
One. No, you're
Yeah,
comparing
League
League
Two.
One.
No, League Two. You got League Two
League
to
Two.
get into League One.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're
Yeah, but
comparing
all
that
I'm trying
league.
to say to you is, yeah, there's this kid, right, who's the same age as Jackson, paid 8 mil for him, and he scored double figures more than Jackson
No,
this
you
season.
League One.
He's
League
in League
A
One.
Two.
goal's a goal. I don't care. A goal's a goal.
League
He's
Two.
in League
League
Two.
Two.
Well, no,
League
it
Two to
wasn't.
the Premier League.
No, it's
Fourth
League One.
division.
What?
Excuse me.
Yeah, no,
Brother.
but no, but
He's about
no
all
matter
count the
what. I
street.
don't. Listen. You're talking about football is football, and to do what you're doing into all different competitions, yeah, is a hard competitive.
If
To do
football
what you
is
do this
football,
season.
why do you think that the Premier League is so
So what-
difficult? The Champions League is
Well,
not
it's
the
not. It's
Championship.
not difficult. It's not difficult
Also,
because
the other thing, yeah, just quickly, yeah. What I will say is Solanke's 26. He had 2 penalties, so you take them. He's on 17 and he's 4 years older. So 3 more goals than 4 years older. In
Than
his,
Jackson, right?
I don't even know what number season in the Prem. Watkins is 28, granted no penalties. He got 5 more goals than Jackson. Jackson's 22. So Watkins is 6 years older, got 5 more goals, and has got multiple more years experience in the Prem.
Yeah, but look, you could talk about that, Steve. Yeah, but look what Ollie Watkins done before he joined Aston Villa.
What do you
Look who he
think?
used to play for before, and look how many goals he
Dan,
scored after Aston Villa.
do you take these facts from Wikipedia or do you take it from Google?
No, I don't.
Where
no,
do you-
no, no,
where do
I
you get
don't-
this
I don't
information
go on with my boy.
He
I
was
don't-
at
I don't do
Brentford.
Wikipedia. Huh?
He was at Brentford in the Championship.
Yeah, it was in Brentford in the Championship. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and look at the digits. What he did with Brentford. Yeah.
Dan,
Brentford in the Championship, he got
who did you really
26
listen
goals
to?
in 49 games.
I'll let
Alright.
Stephen go for a second, then I'll come in.
That would
Oh,
include the
but
playoffs.
Jackson. Right. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Yeah.
No,
He
you've
could be
said it.
successful.
You've said it. You said it's
I'm not
crap.
saying he's bad. I did
No,
say
you've
he's
said it.
crap.
You've said
When
it.
did I
Don't
say
try
he's
to
crap,
don't
Steve?
try to take away. You've said it many
when
times
did
on
I
this
ever say
platform.
Jackson's
We
crap?
did this yesterday. We talked about Jackson yesterday. You said he's crap, and he's better than a lot of players in the Premier League. First season, someone who was not out and out number 9. Who was not
Yeah.
out and out number 9? First season in the Premier League, 17 goals, 14 goals in the Premier League. We're not even talking about a sixth. And the way he plays. Look at Jackson. Dan, do you know football very well?
I know football.
Every manager in the Premier League would love to have Jackson in their team. Every manager in the Premier League, Pep Guardiola, I'll even tell you, he would like to have Jackson in his team. Better than Helen Haaland. Better than Helen
Can I ask
Haaland.
a question quick, right?
That's way too far. He ain't better than
Wait,
anyone.
can I ask
Why
a
is
question
better than
quick,
Helen
right?
Haaland? Forget about the clinical finishing. Take that away from
Me,
Jackson.
one sec, right? You
Yes,
know
sir.
this striker you're on about? You're on about Danilo Orsi, right? From Crawley, yeah?
Yep.
He got 23 goals if you include the playoffs in 48 games, yeah?
Yep.
When Watkins was in League 2, he got 16. Does that mean this guy's got to be better than Watkins then?
Oh, no, but Watkins. What? How many did Watkins get?
Watkins, when he was in League 2, got 16 goals.
Yeah, and how many goals did that guy get this season? 25, isn't it? Including the
24, 25.
Yeah, 25. And how old was Watkins when he was in League 2?
Bro wants me to try and do the maths of
Man,
this.
how do we do that?
And how old is
Dan,
that? How
do
old
we
is
do
that
this?
kid now? How old
Well,
is
go
that
to
kid that scored
Wikipedia,
25?
Dan. Go to Wikipedia.
I don't go
You
on
find it.
Wikipedia. I go on Google. I'm not
Since
like you,
when?
Nee. I don't do Wikipedia merchants. Anyone can edit Wikipedia and just put things up for
That's
live.
actually true, to be fair. Anyone
There
can.
you are, Nee. And
Yeah.
Nee, that's where you go on to look at Wikipedia.
No,
where people-
I'm learning from
and you
you.
believe, Nee,
You've been getting
you
information from
believe
me.
people on Wikipedia. You believe Wikipedia. If someone said Nicholas Jackson was better than Cristiano Ronaldo at age from that age, you'll believe it on Wikipedia. I'll go on Google, where you can't edit it, yeah, and Google tells you the real facts. Wikipedia, anyone,
Google
I could
also
go on
gives you
Wikipedia and
links
edit
to Wikipedia, technically speaking.
it. Yeah. But there you go. But
That is crazy. That is crazy.
Like, the situation is, I'm not saying Jackson. Yeah, if Jackson had an experienced striker in, he might be projected to be a good clinical striker. But for a minute, he hasn't done the rates what he's been doing. Yes, he
You know,
scored
there's an
14 goals.
easy solution to all of this, right? Get a clinical striker. Yeah, hopefully get rid of Sterling, move Jackson to his natural position on the wing. Problem solved.
But yeah, it's like someone. I think it was Dante earlier said, or I can't remember. Someone said about get Rafael Leao in.
Oh, no.
But what I'm going to say, what will Rafael Leao do in the Premier League? You see what he won the league with AC
All right,
Milan.
so Dan,
One thing I'll
we're gonna wrap
quickly
up
say,
now.
right,
Dan, we're gonna
is
wrap up. Stephen
this is
finished,
going
so
to
we're
be
gonna wrap
last
up.
thing I'm going to mention, right? So I've seen people talking about that Girasai guy from, I can't remember. It's not Leverkusen, is it?
Yeah, Leverkusen. Yeah.
Is it, or is it Stuttgart? It's one of them, right?
No, Stuttgart. He played for Stuttgart.
Right. So he apparently has a release clause about 17 million euros, yeah? You'll remember me saying before about would you, if you were Chelsea, say you wanted to get two strikers, move Jackson to the wing, yeah? Would you do Tony and Sesko? Apparently Sesko's release clause is now like 50 million. It's gone up, yeah? 50 or 60. But say that Tony's fee is, as they're reporting, up 40 million, yeah? You could get Girasai, who's 28, plus Tony, who's also 28, two experienced strikers, yeah? For about 55 million British pound.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who's that? For who? For 45 million?
No. So, do you remember there was the stuff about Tony could be 40 million?
Yeah, Ivan and Tony.
And I
yeah.
said to you, you could do Sesko and Tony for about 18 million, which is about the same as Gyökeres, right?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah. So what I'm saying now is Sesko's prices release clause has gone up to about 50 or 60 million now. It increased, I think, because of performances and stuff. Yeah. I think because of performances, it went up, right?
Because did he not score like a couple of goals at the end of the season?
Yeah, I think that's why it went up. I think he hit a target which would increase it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying now is still talking about if you want to get two strikers in and then move Jackson to the wing. Say Tony's price is 40 million, you could get him and Girasai combined about 55 million pound.
That's
both
not
are
bad.
experienced options as well.
Yeah,
both for 28.
Because how much is Victor Osimhen? How much they're willing to sell Victor Osimhen? About nearly 100 and something.
About 100 mil.
Yeah, 100 mil.
Oh,
Dan, and we're gonna hop up from today, and we'll call it today. We'll be back again tomorrow, Dan. And everyone that have been there, Maya, thank you very much. Abdul Yunus said that Nico Jackson has got credit, need to get credit. 14 goals, that double our highest goal score last season. The big problem is he misses a lot, and for me, have a poll, okay. According to him, Abdul Yunus said that
I don't know if that's one of the things where they've typed out too many letters for the message and it's cut itself off, maybe.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't register all of them. Poor shooting, but brilliant link up play. Signed also made Jackson left wing and Kuku CM, and then Palmer right wing. I think Madueke have to be from the bench. Madueke have to be a bench player. Maya said that all so y'all had to have had a real discussion at Chelsea perspective and CFC Dante. Yes, what a wonderful lads, wonderful people. CFC Dante says Poch virus is gone at this moment. You got your wish, Dante. Who says who we getting now at this moment? I'm not so sure. But I don't think that those names that have been put out there are the people we Chelsea are going to sign. None of that person. Or would I say the person name is not in those lists? I don't think so.
This way, there will be a lot of names you'll see over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
So don't react to every single one. Don't get carried away with every single one because I think so far we're up to about 10 to 12 managers that already been linked and he got sacked yesterday.
100%. Yep. And
So
don't rush
don't
it.
get
Just
carried
don't
away.
rush
That's
in.
why I'm not too worried about the whole McKenna thing yet. I don't want him. I've got annoyed a bit about it, but at the same time, away from that, I'm not overly concerned because I'm not expecting it to be him.
Right.
I think it's one of those things where I think last year they put Pochettino's name out almost like gauge reaction. I think that's what they've done with a couple of the names here, sort of gauge the reaction from the fan base, see how that goes, is what I think's happened here with like McKenna, for example. That's not me hearing anything. That's me speculating, right?
Right.
But they did do that last year with a couple of names as well. So it could very much be, let's see where everyone stands on this by the reaction that we get. So
CFC
don't get too carried away.
CFC Dante, I mean, what Steven said makes a lot of sense. CFC Dante said, admire whoever wants to come and be part of CFC to work with these players that is in alignment with the project model. That's what they're looking for. So there's not going to be any man that was going to come in if, like Dan will say, a yes man or no yes man, that kind of thing. If it's not a yes man, he's not going to get this job because you have to understand the project and you have to understand the model of the football club. So this is where we're going to draw the curtains today. Steven, and end the show today. Last time Dan did it, so Steven, today's on you.
Yeah, I'm just going to round it off with a final thing of, I still think there's a lot of managers that have come out. I think it's still an attractive option to managers because if you come here, you're knowing you're getting backed to an extent of, there'll be investment. It might not necessarily be people you want, but it's definitely people that you could work with and improve. And because of a lot of them are be young, you can mold them into what you want them to be anyway. So I think it's still an attractive option. It's not like Spurs where you don't get any money to spend. Granted, you're not spending it here at the moment. But that's sort of where my final point on that whole stuff is, along with the don't get too reactionary to some of the names, especially from people like Jacob Steinberg, because this guy is an absolute muppet. So if he says something, take it with a pinch of salt, along with a few other people. Take what DiMarzio says with a pinch of salt as well. Look more for your Matt Laws, your Ornsteins, your Fabrizio Romanos, those sort of names, over people like DiMarzio. DiMarzio's not really that highly rated anymore when it comes to stuff. He sort of gets more wrong than right now. And yeah, it's been a good show. We ran slightly over, but it was good to have Dan on for a bit. And obviously I was listening on your guys' discussion. And yeah, it's been a good show. And hopefully we'll have more news on this manager stuff in the next 1 to 2 days. And we might finally get resolved by the end of the week so we can all stop the speculation.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Stephen G. And Dan, please do not refer to Wikipedia anymore. It creates so much problem in your head. It messes up your...
Dan, I'm going to go on to Wikipedia. I'm going to create a page for you.
Yeah, hey, Steve. I don't go on Wikipedia like me, all right? The situation, right? The situation.
Personally, I don't think either of you do. But
Steven, hold on, Steven. You agree? Dan has been on this show, and he was referring me to something that he got that he was to prove a point from Wikipedia. Steve, you remember?
Wait,
don't you remember?
No, I actually don't. I actually don't remember.
We were on the show live here.
Hey, Nate, you're waffling.
I'm not saying you didn't.
Stop waffling. Steve, stop waffling because I don't never use Wikipedia.
I'm going to ask this. Steve, thank you for that.
My missus
Dan, I want to ask you one question. Dan, be honest. Tell me, have we not hosted a show where you were referring something on the show through Wikipedia? Tell me the truth. Yes or no?
No, it wasn't Wikipedia. You're reading it wrong.
Hey, come on, Dan. You told me Gulam was here. Gulam was on the platform. Gulam will be my
The chat
witness.
will tell you. The chat will tell you how much they love you
Mustafa
because
will
you
be
said
my witness. We were
your
right
fans
here
are
live.
missing you.
Stephen, you
Your
forgot
fans,
already.
even Steve said it. Look. If Steve could remember about Wikipedia, he would have came out and said, "Yeah, Dan did
Oh,
use
Steve don't
Wikipedia."
remember, but
Steve was
Bro,
there
this was
Mustafa
that day.
was
I
right
probably
don't
here.
use
months ago.
Wikipedia.
My memory ain't gonna remember that.
Mustafa was live. We were live when you were referring me to Wikipedia. You even said you
Hey,
saw this there.
Dante,
You saw this
Dante's
there.
Ricky
Wikipedia. I should go to
Dante.
Wikipedia.
Dante's Ricky Dante. Don't say Ricky Dan because it's not. I don't use Wikipedia. My missus shouted out me before, yeah, and landed the minerals on him said that my partner don't use Wikipedia.
No, we're
I've
not
told
talking
you
about your
so many
partner. We're
times,
talking
Lee.
about you, Dan.
I
Dan,
do
you're a
not use
Wikipedia merchant.
Wikipedia because
You
everyone
are a
can just
Wikipedia
edit.
merchant, Dan. It ain't happening again.
Listen, my bro.
You're getting your
I
fact
do
wrong,
not use
and it's because
Wikipedia.
you've been looking
I
at
use
Wikipedia,
Safari
and
internet. I
you're
use
compared
Safari internet or
Division Two.
Google.
You're
I
trying
use
to compare
Google. I
Division
use
Two to champion.
Chrome.
I mean, the
I
Premier
use
League.
Chrome. I never use Wikipedia
Oh yeah,
because
you do.
anyone
You
could
do.
edit. You probably use Wikipedia because one day when someone will say Jackson's be world class better than Ronaldo, you'll agree on that one, knee. But me, I won't,
Read
bro.
that. Read that. Read that. Dan.
I'm gonna create a
Read that.
Wikipedia page for some
Dan,
just
read
for the
this.
job.
Read this.
Yeah, it's Stefan. Stefan, that's what I'm gonna do and all, mate. That's what
Okay,
I'm gonna do and all.
he's gonna create a platform. I mean, create a
Yeah, I'm
page
going
and
to
put Chelsea players
tomorrow.
there, and we're
Hey
gonna put
Dan, just
drawn
don't create one
statistics
Steven,
for
there
me,
for
yeah.
you.
Steven, and tomorrow when you do that, I guarantee you, Neil, go on that Wikipedia and pull it up. Yeah, that is true facts.
1207, 1207. Hi, I'm speaking from Down Lakes. Is it Down Lakes and Co?
Clown
How
Lake.
are you? Clear Lakes.
Hey, look, this guy here goes on Johnny
1207, you
Mirrors. He goes on Johnny Mirrors. He knows about these clown lakes, like clown lakes are
Yeah,
clown lakes.
yeah. I don't like that Johnny Minerals. He's very, very negative, just like you, Dan. You're like him. You're very negative, honest, and I don't
We're
like
not.
that.
It's not about being negative. It's talking about facts about these owners, what they're doing
Yo,
to our club.
what fact you
And
talk
and,
about? If you
and
talk
we're
about
not
these owners' jeans and trousers in the
listen,
wearing, it's
When
unnecessary.
people say Enzo sexuals and Todd Bowley and
Johnny Minerals is
Barley
a
sexuals,
clown. That guy,
but
Johnny
you
Minerals guy, is
look,
a
listen,
clown. I've
the
never
Claire
watched him.
Lakes,
I watched almost about
we
one
talk
minute
about.
video of on YouTube. I mean, on not YouTube, sorry, on Twitter. And since then, it made me not to like to watch him at all because he disrespected his owners.
Because his
You're
owners are not
talking
good
about
enough.
Todd Bowley's jeans, more or less. Do you know how much those jeans even cost?
Can I just say one thing,
Yeah, go
Nate?
ahead.
You're talking about these owners that
Let's
they
go.
shouldn't have been
Dan,
here
let's
in the
go.
first.
Dan, yeah,
Yeah, they shouldn't have been here in the first place. It's Boris Johnson's fault for why we got
Polo.
these clowns. It was Boris Johnson.
According to Dan on Wikipedia, Poch will win EPL and Cups for Man United.
Hey,
Yay!
CFC Dante.
Dan has revealed that.
No,
But Dan, I will,
D.
Dan, you're lying over here. I'll bring
Hang on a
you
minute.
one day.
Hang on a minute. Yeah. This guy want to go about Wikipedia Dante, yeah, about what he said on Chelsea Protector's show about that why he was happy that Pochettino's gone because there were no he didn't do this. So I tell you what, yeah, we've got a question about him going to Man United, yeah. Why he in a few years he might win something for Man United like a EPL or a cup because he will have the chance to get experienced players, yeah, and the Man United Bulldogs yeah, are much better than these owners what we've got at the club because when Pochettino does sign for Man United, we might do it if it's an if, innit? If he does. If he does go to Man United, he will proceed, yeah, as getting experience in the team and might win a cup. And in the future, he might actually will win a pair. Because he was talking about, well, what did he do at Tottenham? Well, what does Tottenham actually win, Nee? What does Tottenham win? Tell me a question, because Dante didn't ask me this question. What does Tottenham actually win? Apart from one FA Cup against us, yeah? We know Spurs don't win nothing. Man United is a different pedigree
Why are you
to
so worried?
Tottenham.
Why are you so worried about this owner sacking Mauricio Pochettino? Why are you defending Mauricio Pochettino?
I'm not
Why?
offending.
Why are you
I'm not
defending him?
offending to Pochettino because the situation, the guy had never got a chance. We could have allowed Pochettino to get his experience placed in for next summer, let him do the thing and see what he'll do for next summer. But we ain't gonna see that now because we're gonna go get another manager, who's an average manager with non-experience, yeah, on his
Okay.
CV, and I might not do anything for us. And you're gonna be happy with that, yeah, Nee? Are you gonna be another manager that might not work with the project next season and sack him off, and go and get another manager and sack him off, and do it next year and sack him off? Yeah, is that going to be so grateful for us in the future now? The sacking managers like Todd Bowley and Ed Barley said they're not going to do
Well,
Roman's
Roman
area.
Abramovich did the same thing.
Well,
They
nee,
never
nee, nee,
said that.
nee, nee, nee,
They
lad,
never
nee.
said that. See, you
Well, he
already
did.
start from
Yes,
Wikipedia
he did
again.
say that.
They
Yes, he did.
never
That's
said
not
we're
no
not going to do what
Wikipedia. They
Mauricio. I
came
mean,
out after when they signed for Chelsea
oh, you're
that
lying.
they
You're
weren't going
lying
to
again.
sack no
Another
managers.
one.
They
Another
sacked
one.
five
All right. All
managers.
right.
They sacked five managers. Five managers. And it'll be the sixth manager.
How many did Abramovich sacked? He sacked Don Carlo Ancelotti. Even
Okay,
winning a
okay,
Premier League and
nee.
even placing second in the Premier League, he sacked
Nee,
him.
nee.
Roman Abramovich.
I've
That
sent
was
you something.
okay, right? That was okay.
I sent you something facts on Sky Sports. Did you
All
know
right.
Pochettino
Guys, thank
had
you
a
very
better
much.
win
We'll
rate?
be back
No,
again tomorrow.
she's top bowling their
Dan,
bodies.
thank
Nee,
you. Thank you,
before
guys.
you end it, yeah.
Saskia, thank you very much.
Before you end, oh,
Uh,
Stephen, did you know? Do you know Pochettino since Chelsea has got the better record than Thomas Tuchel and Graham Potter? 55, yeah, he had 51% win rate.
better record. No,
51.
50%. 50, not 51. You got
51% win
wrong
rate.
information from
No,
Wikipedia again.
it's not. It's what Sky
50%
Sports. It
winning
was what
rush
Sky
and
Sports
ratio.
News because Salah spoke about. Yeah, you had 34% on Graham Potter and 7 wins and 24% on Thomas Tuchel. He had a better
You
win percent. I'll send you the
Tuchel
picture. I'll send you the picture. I'll send you the picture.
from Wikipedia again.
Well, I ain't from Wikipedia. It's from Sky Sports. I'm not you. I'm not
Yeah, I
Wikipedia
don't
me.
trust Sky Sports. They're against Chelsea. I don't trust. I don't
Hey,
even
Sassy
get anything
Guna,
from
yeah.
Sky Sports.
Sassy Guna, you can't talk. You told me you was going to win the Premier League, yeah, and cry more. Cry more. What did you do? You didn't win it. You talk waffle like as much as Mel does, mate. You told me on your YouTube channel on Arsenal Canada you was winning the Premier League. And what did you do? Did you win it? Did you win the Premier League? Tell me that one.
No, that's not what
Please.
we're talking about. CFC Dan said, I like when Dan says sack him
Sack
off.
him off. That's
Dan
what I'm
has
saying.
limited Chelsea history knowledge. 1207 said, imagine Todd Bowley signing Kieran McKenna just like club did for what Annie Slop, according to him. Saskia Guna said, Dan fake news Chelsea.
It's not.
LOL, Wiki Wiki
It's not
Dan will
fake.
stick now. All right,
I tell you what, yeah.
volleyball
I
dodges.
Yeah,
When
but
did
because this guy supports Bowley and Ed Barley. This guy who's an Arsenal fan, yeah, he supports Ed Barley and Todd Bowley. But you've got to understand this, yeah. What has Arsenal ever win? Like just another
asking
Tottenham,
Guna
yeah.
said, when did I
Did
say
you,
we win it to top two last 2 years? That
you said
was
it.
two
You said
years
it.
ago. This is
You
last
said
2 years
it.
ago.
I got VAR, yeah. He did. Does a live stream on Twitter, and him and Mel said they were winning the Premier League. They were winning the Premier League. And I said to Mel, and my mate on Twitter said, yeah, Mel, I want you to be on the last day on his show to say that you're winning the league, yeah. And if you don't leave, he's gonna laugh at Arsenal. And what happened? She disappeared, yeah, because they didn't win the league. Man City won it. These Arsenal relied on Tottenham and West Ham to try to do something against Man City to win the league. And now sudden, they haven't another 2 successful years, spent so much money, yeah. And
Listen to
got
what he's saying. He said he's not even on Twitter. He said he's not even on Twitter. He's not even on Twitter, dude. You crazy.
he's on Twitter. He live stream on Twitter.
He said he's not on Twitter. He just said he's
He
not on
is, he
Twitter.
is, he is on Twitter. He did a live stream on Twitter.
All right, so no problem. Dan, we'll be back again. Today we try to make it a little bit shorter. Other than that, we'd have gone like 2 hours, but it was supposed to be an hour ago. But stay away from Wikipedia.
Saskia Guna
Stay
is
away
all
from
love.
Wikipedia, Dan.
Saskia Guna is all love, yeah, but stop going on Wikipedia, yeah.
Yeah, stay away
And
from
and
there.
there's this thing, yeah. There's a song called "Dry You Arsenal Fans, Mate. You'll never be a successful club in 10 more years." And now it's over for Michael Arteta. Hooray, hooray, hooray. No Premier League, having a laugh. Premier League, you're having a laugh. And Champions League, mate. Just remember, dry your eyes, mate. But anyway, much love to you, Nee. Much love, Steve. It's 1 minute and 38. Yeah, you should have been gone for ages. Please smash the like button.
You're just entertaining people over here. People are just very happy to listen to you.
You told me yesterday on the message on WhatsApp that the fans miss me.
Kick,
You
talk
said
if
in the chat.
he
You
came
said your
to
fans miss me.
office. Right,
You said, hey, Nee.
Yes.
As you know, you told me on the text on WhatsApp said, "Well, what happened to you on my show? Because the fans are missing you on the chat."
Yeah.
Because I've got good entertainment and I like to have a laugh and good chat with you guys.
Right. Well, I love you. You know, Dan, I love you. You know, I love you, and I always want to see you here.
I love you too, Nee.
Stop giving me information from Wikipedia. Stop giving me information.
You're the Wikipedia merchant, but I ain't, yeah. But the thing is, Sasiguna, yeah. You say we're never going to win a Europe. We're the underdogs being Europe. And next year, if we go and win it, yeah, what's your excuse? If we go and win it? Because I think we will win it. We got Cole Palmer. You got Saka and Naka who don't turn up big games. Did they talk to us that we ain't going to win nothing? You Arsenal, Tottenham, Spursy don't win nothing. You celebrate your charity because you're a charity FC club, yeah? And like Tottenham celebrates the FA Cup. And do you know how embarrassing your Arsenal Marco Arteta is? Man United Ten Hag has got more cups than you since Arteta's joined your club. Did you know that? Do you know that Man United, where they've been 8th this season, they've got more cups than Marco Arteta?
Where'd you get that
It's
from?
embarrassing.
Wikipedia?
That ain't Wikipedia. It's true facts.
Okay, I'll take that.
Don't try. No, I'm not a Wikipedia merchant like you, my brony. Come on. But much love to you. End the stream anyway. End it because.
All right, love you guys. Stevie G, thank you very much. I love you too, brother. And everyone that came on the show 12/7, CFC Big Man Dante, all the way representing us here in Australia, motherland. Saski Guna, my Arsenal fan, big up to you. Love him too. Who else did I see? Abdul Yunis also on the show, and my big brother, my true brother, Chelsea Perspective, and then who else? Lord Vipination and JC who came on for a bit. JC, thank you guys all for spending the time on the platform. May you guys live forever. You're all legends. Saski Guna said Don loves this parroting Saka like his fake news for years, saying Mount better than Saka and had more goals. Always lies. Dan.
Oh, hang on a minute. Before you end the stream, yeah.
You want to hit back?
Yeah, I do want to hit back because the fact is Mason Mount does have more goals than Saka and Naka. And because now he's at Man United and he's had an injury this season. Let's see how Mason Mount. Why is it that Mason Mount got picked over Saka in the England squad before them when he was at Chelsea?
Yeah.
The situation is come back with your excuse when you can win a Mickey Mouse European Cup that you can't win the UEFA like what we can. Come back when you can win a Champions League because all you fans saying, let's have Bayern Munich, the big boys in the game. Let's play against big boys like Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. And excuse getting slapped up by Eric Dyer and Harry Kane this season. And make your more excuse that you ain't got enough squad there because you didn't have Timberland.
Thank you very much.
Won the Premier League.
Let's go. He doesn't. It doesn't. You've been so wrong with your stacks according to Saskiguna. Saskiguna is always. He said that Saka is always in England. Poch will do wonders with Mount and Gallagher. I think Manchester United.
Yeah.
This is like the is it what's that? Is it the Anchor? Is it Anchor?
The Anchor
news we're done.
Yeah.
Oh, the Anchor.
Sakaguna, this is you, mate.
All right,
I'm not gonna waste my breath.
Bye.
I'm not gonna waste my breath. There's no point arguing with a book.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.
That's enough. Okay. Bye.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Blueclouds TV.